written on a typewriter.
By Francis Ella Fitz.
Well, Miss Fitz, that contraption looks awfully complicated to me. However, it seems satisfactory. You have till Friday to complete this. Lunch break at noon sharp. The men are all excited. They think we declared war.
What have we done?
Found gold in Alaska. They're picking up nuggets the size of baseballs with their bare hands.
Of gnome sparkle. Never before has such a bonanza been within every man's grasp. Imagine picking gold off the beach. I could do that.
You certainly could not.
She's teasing, Mother. I can't think of anything worse than frontier life. Oh, mud and mosquitoes.
Well, why don't you go dancing with George and Alice?
I've lost all taste for this tune.
Francis, the light will fade the upholstery, darling.
I know, Mother.
If only I could sell a song.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Tell me what this needs.
Little spice.
In line, gentlemen. Sorry, ma'am. You want to Philadelphia or Boston, I expect. Over there.
Alaska's my destination, thank you.
You don't look the type, if I may say.
Oh, I am. How much is a ticket to Nome?
400.
That much? How about a deposit?
How about full fare or nothing? Only got a few left. You think I was selling tickets to paradise?
Sounds like heaven.
Don't believe everything you read, little lady. Team up with the syndicate, like they are, for protection. That's my advice. He's got tickets, Mr. Madison, and he has experience.
Protection against what?
Bugs, bears, blizzards. I wouldn't sell an unaccompanied lass a one-way ticket to frozen hell, even if you had the money. But you don't. Next!
That will be fine, but no later. We leave Seattle by noon.
Excuse me, Mr. Madison?
Let me ring you right back.
Francis Ella Fitz.
P.T. Madison.
So, you're off to Alaska. Me too. If there's space.
There's always room for one more.
Oh, thank you. So what does that entail?
You sign a contract, making you the 24th member of my company. I supply transportation, housing, food, equipment, expertise, everything.
In exchange for what?
Well, once we get to Alaska to stake our claims, we split the profits. Half goes to the company.
That's you?
The other half is split equally.
Well, if I had the 400, I could buy my own ticket. But I have something more valuable than dollars.
You do, eh?
Yes, I do. have this. I demonstrated typing at the World's Fair. Mechanical writing?
I've heard about such machines.
Well, I'm sure you have stacks of letters and lists of supplies. An important man like yourself.
More than you can handle with that contraption. Hey, are you transcribing this?
Hey, are you transcribing this?
12 Sharps rifles, 500 rounds of ammunition, 6 dozen tins of bacon, 4 sacks of coffee, 2 sacks of sugar, 400 weight of flour.
Whole wheat or white?
Sourdough.
Sourdough. So perhaps we can work something out. Typing for 400?
Got parents?
My mother?
Got her permission?
With your help? Can I bring my dog?
Careful, in Alaska, they eat dog.
Alaska. There are wolves.
I've already signed a contract, Mother.
Unsign it immediately.
I'll be traveling with a very experienced man.
Francis, Ella.
He organizes companies. See, everything's much safer in a group.
Francis.
People are flocking, Mother.
They're dreamers.
That's right. I can dream.
This is a nightmare. You are absolutely not going.
I'll get it.
If only you had other interests, Francis, then perhaps...
A gentleman caller. For Fizzy.
Francis, how lovely for you.
For you, Mrs. Fitz.
This is the Alaska gentleman I was telling you about. P.T. Madison.
Pierce Thomas. Your daughter has told me so many wonderful things about you. I feel honored at the privilege of being able to set your fears at rest.
Perhaps Mr. Madison would join us for sweets?
I'd be delighted. Mrs. Fitz, if I were you, I'd be gravely concerned about your daughter's reputation. And I would most certainly wish to confront the irresponsible person who would propose such an act of madness.
We concur entirely.
This pudding must have been baked by angels. It's so light.
Truly.
But Mrs. Fitz, there are no dangers in Alaska when guided by someone of experience. Indeed, for those of spirit, Alaska might actually be too tame. Fortune comes so easily.
Does it, Mr. Madison? If you are so experienced and fortune has come so easily, may I ask why you are bothering to go again?
I wouldn't presume to insult your intelligence with falsehood. I have been called a dreamer, and perhaps I am. But for a man like myself, Alaska has become a passion. Make no mistake, I could be comfortable for the rest of my life, sleeping between silk sheets, eating fine foods. But for some of us, Alaska is destiny. And we can't argue with destiny now, can we?
I wouldn't presume to do such a thing, Mr. Madison. But naturally, as a mother, Would you care for some more?
Oh, no, thank you. I must decline. I have another appointment with my backers. It's been a pleasure to set your fears at rest. You're going to be very proud of your daughter.
I'm already very proud of Frances.
So how could you doubt her good judgment?
Well, I'm not sure that I...
Don't fret, Mrs. Fitz. Wednesday, train station, 8 o'clock sharp.
I appreciate you taking time for my mother's inquiries.
Your Mr. Madison seems quite tasteful and very commanding. The answer is no.
You all right, Miss Fitz?
I suspect I have a fever.
Not serious, I hope.
It's contagious.
Are you finished?
Completely.
You're home early, dear.
I've thought a lot about this. I'm going to Alaska. I have to. That's all I can say.
I know.
You're really going?
There's never been any stopping Fizzy.
There you are, Faust. Miss Fitz, birth of this century, when there was just open prairie, it was a magnet for wild visionaries, pioneers, men and women of spirit. Now, as the century dies of old age with the mainland tamed, free spirit must head to the frozen north, into the unknown.
Excuse me.
I booked us a cabin. Ah,
One cabin? We have to share?
we have to share. You may take the upper.
What about them?
This is our company. We should all introduce ourselves.
Mr. Madison, I can't stay here.
You'll freeze up on deck.
Hey, you got us jammed in here like sardines.
Get used to it. Alaska's vast, but there isn't much indoors. When we make our fortune, you can buy yourself a hotel.
Mr. Madison, you've been north. Is it true you can just scoop the nuggets up?
Some have. There will be plenty for every man and woman. Let's start, shall we?
Monty Marks from New York, piano salesman.
Not anymore. You're a gold miner now, mister.
Yes, sir.
Ed Hawkins, Chicago, former medical student, former soldier, about to be a millionaire.
Name's Dow, carpenter.
Tom Pratt, Baker, Bangor, Maine.
Cecil Whitney from Cleveland, dentist.
Harry Keown, Pittsburgh. Athlete, got 25 gold medals to prove it. Lover, got a string of broken hearts to prove that too.
Miss Fitz?
I'm Frances Ella Fitz, but you can all call me Fizzy. Everybody does. And I'm also from New York. And let's see, I'm a typist and a stenographer, a banjo player. Have you seen my dog?
I'm sorry, I haven't.
Is she your girlfriend?
Certainly not.
And who said she could belong?
Miss Fitz signed an 18-month contract, just like you. She's a member of this company.
She's a woman.
You hold that against her?
When it comes to hauling sled and digging pay dirt, yeah, I do. Look, she can't do a man's work. Why should she get a man's pay? I mean, this is gold we're talking about. You boys want to give it away? I don't know about that. Miss Fitz, nothing personal. But an educated female like yourself should know better than to push where she don't belong.
Mr. Keown, this is my company.
No, we're the company, Mr. Madison. And I say we have a vote.
Maybe in 6 months when she's had a chance to prove herself.
Now.
Faust.
I'm no vet.
But I think somebody rubbed your dog with turpentine.
Who would do such a thing? Mr. Hawkins, please hold fast. Not you.
What do you want, lady?
You. Why would you do such a thing to my dog?
Your little mutt made a mess. Maybe I'll throw him overboard.
Not my dog!
All those in favor of misfits rounding out our company? Those in favor of throwing her and a dog overboard?
With a right like that, she can't be all bad.
All right, Faust, so it's not Coney Island.
We can dig gold nuggets instead of bones.
That's the beach?
I got you, Fizzy.
Who's gonna take Faust?
Ed, you can carry the dog.
Thank you, Madison. This is the promised land.
You can set up over here.
Rent's $10 a square foot.
This is public land, friend.
I disagree.
Move further down. It's more convenient.
Come on, Faust.
Come on, gentlemen, this way. I suggest a better spot. Trees. Water.
Faust.
Gentlemen, trouble.
Come on, let's take a look.
Let her go.
Back off if you don't want her to die.
I got a company of men back there, armed and eager.
Bull, you would have shot already. I'll cut her wide open.
You know, two can play at that game.
He's bluffing.
Bluffing, eh?
Uh-huh.
You know, that reminds me of the time I was in the Yukon. A couple winters back. Oh, now there was a gold strike. Say, you two fellas there, you sure look awful familiar.
Yeah, how was there? There you were.
Gentlemen, please. Anyway, the bears got so hungry, they came out of the hills. And there I was with a sled load of sirloin steaks surrounded by drooling grizzlies.
Grizzlies.
Sure. Of course, I couldn't let my men starve now, could I?
No.
What kept you boys? Welcome to Nome, Fizzy.
What happened?
They were chloroformers. Well, a miner must have flashed his gold. He was lucky they knocked him out with chloroform. Well, if he woke up and fought, they would have killed him.
Just like they would have killed you.
Thank you for saving me.
I knew she'd be trouble.
Misfits will learn the ropes and pull their own weight.
Typing was just a way to pay my passage.
Now, it's the best-known law firm in Nome.
But I came here to mine gold, not to work in an office.
Well, we could use some liquid assets.
I thought you did this for destiny, not for money.
Well, all my funds are tied up in long-term investments. Gilt edge. Sometimes destiny needs a helping hand.
Is he all right?
Well, he's either dead drunk or dead. Oh, looks like someone didn't like paying rent.
How can you be so...
What, callous? Fizzy, up here, you make a mistake, you freeze to death in a minute. You make an enemy, you die in a second. Speed and the high stakes. That's what makes it exciting.
I can mine. I know I can if you teach me.
No, we won't be mining this summer. Well, surely I told you. First, we have to set up the cabins near the claims to get through the winter. Then in the spring, that's when the gold will flow.
Well, then I'll build cabins. I'll work hard. I didn't travel all this way to work in an office.
Well, building is the easy part. First, you have to get everything there. How much can you carry, Fizzy? Can you neck a loaded sled, haul it through drifts? You can be a real help. There isn't much cash in the kitty, and, well, your earnings will help get us through until we get paid her. Ha! I'll meet you right here at Wyatt Earp Saloon. We'll celebrate your gainful employment with a hot breakfast.
I'm Frances Ella Fitz, the typist. Mr. Madison suggested that I come by and...
No dogs in this office.
Oh, but in New York.
This isn't New York.
I'm a qualified secretary and stenographer.
Got one. Shut the door on your way out.
Don't lose your nerve, Wyatt. You don't need a mint of money.
There's plenty more where this comes from. My Calypso claims a honeypot of gold.
Oh, thanks.
Fizzy.
Did you see all of that gold?
Yes, I did.
There wasn't any typing work. Can't you just borrow from a bank?
No, I'd have to beg Charles L. Birch, the moneylender. Not exactly known for his generosity or forgiving spirit.
So, you the new dance hall gal we've been expecting?
Excuse me?
The young lady is with me. She's part of my company.
Sure you don't want to work?
Oh, well, I am looking
No, she doesn't. Thank you. She's going to be a sourdough.
A sourdough? I'm a gold digger, too.
Typing slow, you can't spell, you're drunk, you're stupid, and you're fired. Get out of here and don't come back again. You still want the job?
Depends on the terms.
40 cents per 100 words.
What about carbons?
Nickel each.
Take it.
Here are my terms. 80 cents per 100 words, and a dime for every carbon, and I get to keep all freelance earnings. I figure that's fair.
Young lady figures fast.
Gold rush rates.
I'll never accept that, never.
Done.
And I get to bring my dog.
Name's Wyatt. Congratulations, little lady. The only way you could have made better money in Nome is on my dance floor.
Keep those claim forms coming, Misfits.
Yes, sir.
Turn the lamp off when you leave.
Judge, we didn't write the law. A few senatorial friends did that for us.
Only American citizens can claim mineral rights. Sounds downright patriotic to me.
We can't help it if some of those dumb miners can't prove where they were born. Oh, that Calypso is a pretty find.
His loss is our gain, yours too, Judge. Say, Conrad, where are you keeping the judge's little appreciation,
In the other room.
Girl left the lamp burning. I'll have to dock it from her pay.
From our collection of portraits of dead presidents.
Well, we know what to do with minors who don't respect the law, don't we, Conrad?
This is most kind. May I buy you boys a drink?
I've got to show this to Mr. Madison.
Oh.
Who's the gal?
That's no gal. That's the typist working for that thieving Conrad.
Calypso.
It's clear as day.
Oh, Fizzy, relax.
Who killed the miner that owned Calypso? They filed a claim on his land saying that he had no right to work it when he wouldn't give it up.
Fisher and Conrad are the biggest lawyers in Nome.
The biggest crooks. Read it. Previous owner could not prove citizenship. None of these poor men carry around birth certificates with them.
I don't know, Fizzy. It looks legal to me.
That's their skill. Disguising just how they rob these poor men.
Little lady, the rest of us have got a long trip ahead of us, and I'm a hungry man.
There's something terribly wrong, Madison.
Yeah, an empty plate. Do your job, fill it.
Easy, Barry. Fizzy's been working double days typing at that office.
Then she has to feed us.
You mama's boys want me to make the meals?
Then we'd really be done for.
Well, someone's going to have to do galley service at winter camp.
Oh, well, she stays here being a Philadelphia lawyer.
Doesn't anybody care?
Maybe it's your imagination?
No, it is not my imagination, Madison.
All right, I'll come to the hearing. Maybe I can explain the legalities before you make these wild accusations.
This court is in session.
Court is in session.
How can you hold court in the office of the guilty party?
I can hold court in a long drop outhouse if it so phases me.
They're stealing our claim.
Prove it!
Where's your evidence, huh? None of them can even read, Your Honor.
do you think you're going?
I'm getting a file.
Not now, young lady.
Oh, but it's very important. It's the Calypso file.
Miss Fitz, this court is in session.
Get back to work, Miss Fitz.
This is my work, Mr. Conrad. I wish to be accurate.
Let her do it!
These look just like the portraits of the dead presidents that you gave his honor in appreciation. Yes, here it is. Calypso. And some other files.
All right. You stop that. You hear me? Those are confidential documents. Leave it alone!
I'm sure some of you boys can read. Mr. Madison, I wish to go home.
You're not going anywhere.
Yes, I am. Back to New York, where it doesn't smell rotten.
See you later, Miss Fitz.
Fizzy, we've just made enemies out of the three most powerful men in Nome. This place is no place for us until things settle down.
Fine. I'm going to New York. I'll come back in spring.
Round trip to New York isn't cheap.
I've worked long enough to afford it, even without severance pay.
Fizzy, has there been some misunderstanding? I mean, surely when you signed the contract, I explained to you that half of what you make goes to the company, and the other half is split equally.
You mean I get 1/24 of half of what I've earned?
And a share in what we make.
But you haven't made anything.
Well, that'll all change once the boys build Madison City.
Madison City?
Sure, the future mining capital of the North. I've sent a team up on ahead. We'll haul the last load. That's where your money went. Equipment.
Fizzy, what'd you say to those men?
Packed all your things.
Fizzy, we're not staying here, nor can you.
Who is he?
That's Whiskers. He's coming with us. He knows about mining.
Us. Madison, I'm going back to New York.
Fizzy, there is no money for you to go back home. And you can't stay here.
Well, where are the dogs to pull the sleds?
You're looking at them. He says it's to save money.
Get ready to mush, Fizzy. Got a boy? Little help there, Pratt. Hey, hug the tree. Watch your back, watch your back. Oh, oh. Up we go. Little help. Take a strap. Take a strap. There you go. Up, up, up.
We'll wait for you, Fizzy.
Must you embarrass me?
Ladies have needs.
Gotta stay warm.
Thank you. I think we're holding them back, Faust. Let's go back to Nome. Come on, boy. Come on.
Oh! Anyone seen Fizzy? She come up yet?
I haven't seen her.
Fizzy!
Fizzy! Fizzy, wake up! Wake up! Fizzy, get on your feet! While you freeze! Get up! I didn't think you were a quitter, Fizzy.
A quitter and a shirker. Because of you, I'm going to die. I can't leave you. And I'm not strong enough to carry you. You're gonna have to do this on your own 2 feet. If I go back to get the others, I'll never find you again. And you'll be frozen to death 10 minutes after you close your eyes. I can't live with that. So I guess we'll both die. And you put another man's life in jeopardy.
I'm not a man.
Give the little lady a splash. Rub it in. Tenderize the bruised meats, my love. It's darn good sipping whiskey, too.
What was it thinking? It's cold.
Numbs the brain. Cold's a real killer. A couple of life surprises like this, you'd be a real sourdough.
What's a sourdough?
Most valuable possession up here, aside from a gold pan, is a little bitty ball of sourdough yeast.
It smells sour.
Yeah, it makes sweet bread. And it's alive. And that's the secret. Staying alive through the cold and the blizzards. Anyone tough enough to last the distance up here in Alaska, they call a sourdough.
I don't think that's me.
Not yet.
Sorry I said those things. I didn't want to lose you.
Katie, you're hurting her tender skin. I'll take over.
Hold up. You all right? Yeah. Come on. That's not the regular trail. The regular trail adds 7 miles to our trip. We'll take the old Indian path. Excuse me, but we ain't Indians. It's not home territory for us. Regular trail, longer. But the going's easier. Roadhouse is all the way. The Indian trail's uninhabited.
How about that, Madison?
We have a 10. Shortcut will save expenses.
Put our lives at stake for a couple of bucks?
This world was never won by timidity. Gentlemen, Fizzy, 7 extra miles is needlessly long to haul these heavy sleds.
What if we get lost?
I know this trail by heart.
Madison! We have to know how much longer this is gonna take.
Another week.
That's what you said 7 days ago.
Now, don't worry. I've done this before.
We're running out of food, which means we're gonna run out of strength. And you won't give us a clear answer on how long. How long? You don't know, do you?
Aside from a 1,000-foot climb, hauling loaded sleds, anything else you haven't told us?
Now, don't make a mountain out of a molehill.
How much grub is left, Fizzy?
Coffee for 3 pots, a tin of beef, can of tomatoes. Flour for 4 days. 2 potatoes, 1 onion. A frozen piece of bacon we can chew on.
Just hit a bit of bad luck, that's all. Let's take a break.
Another mistake, another storm, another week turns into another month. We'll be dead from bad luck by then.
Let us not lose sight of why we're here. Our fortune lies ahead. Once we get to Madison City, we'll be far too rich to remember these tribulations.
If we ever make it to Madison City, it's probably just another one of your dreams.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, I'm making a snow angel. Haven't you ever made one?
As for children.
You know, if you are going to treat me like a child, I will just have to act like one.
Don't you dare, Fizz. No, don't. Okay.
You wouldn't.
Oh, yes, I would. No, don't. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Enough of this foolishness. You get wet, you'll all be snow angels. All right, there you go. Go rest.
Busy! Keep moving! I don't want you to freeze!
Mr. Platt? Mr. Platt? Mr. Pratt!
So fast. What is it, boy? Huh? Trouble!
Died right in front of me. So quick.
Somebody should say something.
Pratt, the baker, came to a dangerous place. looking for gold. He found ill fortune instead. What else can you say?
Rest in peace.
You know, Pratt was lucky. He got buried. We're just gonna drop in our tracks. Oh, we're starving to death.
Hang on. Oh, you got it. All right? Look.
You could eat Faust, I suppose.
Never. I'd never do that.
Mr. Madison?
We'll get through all right, old-timer. It won't be by eating your dog.
Just making sure. Nobody's gonna touch you, Faust. No one.
Personally, I prefer roast beef.
Meatloaf and mashed potatoes.
First you get rich, then you get fat.
Gravy. Lots of gravy.
Just one more mountain to climb. Let's all pull together.
Sure this is the right way? Huh? Because if you're wrong, I'm gonna eat you raw before I die.
Where is it, Madison?
Where the hell is it?
I could have missed the turning. It was a year ago.
I'm gonna kill him before I die.
If we fight, we're finished.
Maybe we already are.
Madison! Boys! Over here! Over here! We're here.
There. See? I had no doubt.
One cabin for me and a dozen men who hardly bother to go outside to relieve themselves?
We couldn't build anymore. The supplies Madison promised never arrived. The money he promised never arrived. And nothing arrived. Except for this trunk. It was sent on when they couldn't find you in Nome.
Well, I wasn't here to oversee things. It'll be different now.
Get out!
What?
Get out, all of you! Get out!
Fizzy, you can't have this cabin to yourself.
Oh, I know what I can't have. I can't have a bed. I can't have privacy. But I swore the first thing I'd do when I got to Madison City is have a bath. I haven't washed my hair in 52 days.
So, I haven't washed mine in months.
I don't want to know. Everybody out. Out.
Gentlemen, the lady's asking us to leave.
Get out. Take your muffins. Out.
Dear Francis, I hope this reaches you in time for your birthday. I just couldn't resist it. I know how much you like silk and how pretty you look in it. This is Mr. Edison's clever new machine, so please, put on the cylinder. It's Alice's song. She's found a publisher and it's proving very popular.
Figure she'll be alone.
You gonna ask her to hurry?
Whenever we play it, Alice and I think of you, my darling Fizzy. All my love. Mother.
Izzy, you're gonna want to come out here.
Out!
Madison's under arrest.
What law have I broken?
One that says you can't take a young lady to her death. That's what we heard.
Rumors.
Which may be exaggerated. Mr. Madison didn't want me to join him. I insisted. And if there were a telephone, you could call Nome for confirmation.
Telephone?
If.
Never mind telephones.
When Mr. Madison refused my request, I trailed along. I will swear to that in any court of law.
Last year, we shipped his tenderfeet home. Now he's back without proper equipment, endangering the lives of another bunch of greenhorns.
Last year was completely different. I was badly let down by my backers.
Miss, aside from being marshal, I'm also the land commissioner, and I'm certainly falling behind on my paperwork. If you want to come to Council City...
Are you offering me a job?
Word is, you can type.
Mr. Madison, do you have a moment? When we first met, I thought that you were the most handsome man. But I knew I should stay away from you. Do it on my own. Only I couldn't. So I had to sign on.
Izzy, we're gonna be rich.
You're dangerous. You make promises.
I've never made promises. Lord knows I wanted to. Well, Fizzy, surely you must know that I have feelings toward you.
I'm talking about something else.
Oh.
Our trust. You took our trust for your own gain. Now, I've got to set my own course. I came to Alaska to mine gold, not to be a typist or a dog or anything worse.
Now, listen here, you're still under contract.
I'm going to take the job in Council City so the boys don't starve. But when our contract is up, I won't be resigning. If I can survive this, I can survive anything.
We'll see.
Mighty grateful.
Good indications?
Wouldn't like to hazard a guess.
Good luck. Next! Don't ask what's for dinner, Faust. We have a choice between beans, beans, and beans.
Dinner, milady.
Whiskers. I didn't know you were in town. Did you leave Madison?
Why was I the lucky one? I got no contract to hold me. Came to look you up as soon as I sobered.
Food? Real food?
Well, I figured you might be running a little low on your menu.
Rock bottom.
I won it. That poker. It ain't got no lice.
What would I do without you?
You might go home. There's a little something for a ticket.
cold sourdough. Thank you, but I can't go home. Not yet.
Figured you might say that. You know where to find me.
Marshall? Marshall McNeil?
Somebody get killed?
Oh.
What are you doing here so late?
I think I may have found a small fraction on Ophir Creek.
Never.
On the Wild Goose Holding. About 9 acres. Perhaps someone overlooked it.
It's a mighty expensive mistake. Ophir's producing a ton of gold.
Is it ethical to use information from this office?
Fizzy, this isn't some poor sourdough you're moving in on. Wild Goose is a big company with teams of lawyers, surveyors, engineers. They messed up, tough. Well, these books are open to the public. Anyone can come in here, find what you found. That's the law. You aren't breaking it. How long you been here now? And what do you got to show for it? State those claims. The sooner the better.
Over here.
So, tell the word, why don't you?
Oh, shush, old man.
Where'd you learn how to boss, young thing like you?
I was born with it.
Oh, you got it good, ain't you?
Got what?
The fever. It's boiling up your blood.
Why did you come to Alaska?
Oh, can't recall. Oops. Must have had a dream once. Don't seem to recollect. How about you? What do you want from your gold? Big mansion? Fancy clothes?
Probably. But it's more than that. It won't be something given to me. It will be something I will earn. Now stop talking, you old coot. I've got gold to find.
Let the water sluice over. While you shake, gently. Easy does it. The water washes away the dirt. Gold's heavy. Heaviest things except lead. So it sinks. Maybe you'll see a trace. Just a taste. Maybe not.
There's nothing there.
Pay dirt, honey. You gotta use your eyes.
You mean... This sandy stuff is gold?
Those there are good indications.
Good indications. Good indications. Good indications.
Good
Faust! No!
Fizzy!
Excuse me. Hi. Monty?
Hey, Fizz?
Barry?
Busy.
What are you doing here?
Came into town. Looking for you. Heard you were celebrating.
Yes. Oh, I've had a bit of luck.
Me too. I've broken off from Madison.
Did you?
Stakes and claims of my own. Good indications.
Me too. Real good.
Well, we should dance to that. Maybe talk some.
Okay. Oh. So what did you want to talk about?
Us. You're the prize, Fizzy. You shine brighter. And you're more precious than all the gold. I guess you knew that men were going to fall in love with you in a place like this. Fizzy, I'm going to New York for the winter. I'll form a company, sell stock, buy mining equipment. If Madison can do it, so can I, and better.
Sure you can.
Let's say we team up.
I don't know, Ed. I haven't closed things up with Madison yet.
That's easily taken care of. He's in town. Run out of money again. Come with me, Fizzy.
Evening. May I? My goodness, Fizzy. Don't you look divine?
Thank you, Madison.
I have a proposition for you.
Oh?
Something big.
I don't want anything.
It was your idea. A telephone line.
Mine?
Think of the time it would save.
May I?
No. Think of the time it would save if you could just call Nome. That's what you said. I'm going to string wire between Council City and Nome. I've met a man who has all the equipment. He has the poles, the wire, everything.
Telephone line. Imagine that. Where do I come in?
Oh, just bridging financing. $3,000-4,000 to cover labor and food.
Well, that's almost all the money I have. You can't be serious.
Busy? This is going to be the biggest thing that has ever happened to you. Like owning a printing press for money. You'll get all the funds you need to mine your claims. Like manna falling from the sky.
If I lend you my money, there's no guarantee I'd even be repaid.
Can't lose, Fizzy. The equipment's here, so you can always have that. Once the line is up and running, bingo.
What if it fails?
Well, how could it?
And if it succeeds, what do I get? Exactly.
Right now, enough provisions in your cabin to get you through the winter. Then, when the line is finished, half the profits. Telephone to the future.
Don't tell me what I know.
See? You have vision.
I'm not asking you, Madison. Is he?
Go ahead, Edward. Show us your fancy steps.
He came at you with sweet words, Fizzy. You, of all people, should know not to swallow them.
I've made no promises. To you, to anyone.
Telephone line from Council City to Nome. She believes in that.
You believe in the deal? Or the man?
Pretty tame stuff, Edward. Let me show you how it goes.
It's a business decision, Ed.
He'll sell you a bill of goods, Fizzy. No, you may not.
Edward, how passionate. I always thought you were a bit of a cold fish. To win out in frozen Alaska, you've got to have fire in your heart. You've got to take chances. You've got to push it to the limit.
Stop it!
Easy, Ed.
Calm down.
I forget where I was.
We were discussing New York.
I was hoping you'd come with me, Lizzie. Fizzy.
Ed.
Frances Ella Fitz. Will you marry me? I came to Alaska to be a rich man, to find treasure. And I found it. With you, I'd be the richest man in the world. Come with me. And not just for a winter. For the rest of your life.
Yes, I...
Are you all right, my sweet? He won't be back.
I know. A business deal. That's it. You look awful.
Thanks.
Why do I have the feeling that you bring unwelcome news?
It's nothing personal.
You've said that before.
I was asked to come here by the men.
By the men or by Madison?
He asked me to ask you,
For more money?
you should know Madison. He underestimated.
He always does. But that's Mr. Madison's problem.
Not exactly. If we don't finish, you lose every cent. Guess Madison's got a way of leaving out details, huh? You didn't know about the deadline. The whole project reverts back to the man who bought the equipment if we don't finish in time.
You must get some pleasure out of this.
No. I just want to get paid. Man.
Madison?
Fizzy. Nice to see you.
This is not a social call.
Looks grand, doesn't it?
You told me you had enough poles.
Well, I did. I counted. I swear. Folks have been stealing the poles for firewood.
Why didn't you keep watch? And what about this deadline?
Well, you knew all about that. Fizzy, surely I told you. It's been in the contract the whole time.
I'd like to see that contract.
Absolutely. Well, it's in Nome.
the bank for safekeeping.
What's the penalty if we don't finish on time?
The line reverts back.
And we lose everything.
Now, Fizzy, we'll finish up this line in jig time. You know what? I've already figured out what I'm going to do when we're done. A friend of mine just got back from China.
For heaven's sakes, Madison. Get back to Earth. You have a major problem to solve. What about those trees? The mountains are covered in them.
Well, those are too green. The poles have to be dry.
There's only a few miles to go. Green spruce can hold wire temporarily. We're finishing this phone line, Madison.
Well, you want to make the first call?
Who are you gonna call, Fizzy? You got a boyfriend in Nome?
No, I don't. I'm going to call the Nome Gazette. Tell them to run a notice advertising my half for sale. I'm going mining. Hello? Operator? Nome? This is Nome. I got the operator in Nome.
She got the operator.
Give me the Gazette.
Fizzy, don't. The phone line isn't for sale.
Excuse me, I'm free to sell my half. I told you I have machinery to buy and men to hire.
There was a clause in the contract. I didn't spot it until too late. The man who supplied the equipment, well, he has the right to buy the line upon completion.
For how much?
10,000. I didn't think he'd come up with the money, but he did. So, well, your half pays back what you put in.
All of that risk. All of that work. For no profit.
I miscalculated. But you know, Fizzy, we can do something else.
We?
Well, I have some interesting notions, and you and I, we make a great team. Oh, this is an awful public place, but surely I've told you, Fizzy. You know what's in my heart. I need you. And I have always wanted you for my partner.
If that is what you want. You're about a dozen broken promises and broken dreams too late. Yes. You definitely miscalculated.
$30,000. You understand the terms of the loan. 6 weeks, August 20th, you pay me back $45,000. Or the papers to your claim.
Thanks, Whiskers. Fizzy spent her money on the newest, the biggest, and the best. But we need strong backs to make it work.
About Barry. Well, he's strong. He's been left high and dry by Madison, just like us.
Well, you may not appreciate the new management.
Well, don't tell him until we get there. I sure could use his hard muscles.
It's his hard head I worry about. Hey, Barry! You're not going to find pay dirt at the bottom of that glass. You want a job?
You watching the calendar, old man?
You'd foreclose on a lady?
I do business democratically. Everyone gets treated the same.
Badly.
First one in Alaska. The engine turns the water wheel, and soon we'll have water running through the sluices, leaving a river of gold. You wanted a job.
Morning, Hank.
She's not gonna hire me.
Mr. Kuhn figures he's unemployable.
I saw him work on the phone line. Seemed all right.
I said some things earlier on.
Oh, no. You've said some things right through. Shall we get to work?
Not the river of gold yet. Not even the creek. It's just a nice little trickle.
I only know pianos.
We have to pay off Mr. Birch tomorrow.
I'm from Pittsburgh.
Well?
It's a Conrad. It's broke. I can fix it.
Okay, boys, keep the water coming. Get your buckets. Keep it going. Ah, all right. All right, that's it. $5,000.
And I have an additional 5 from the phone line.
That's 10.
I can add and subtract. The loan was $45,000. You only have 10. That leaves $35,000 to be paid, Miss Fitz.
Would you extend my note? Please. I'll pay additional interest.
How much?
A $5,000 bonus if you give me another 6 weeks.
Nice try. I'll extend 1 week. 1 week only. For $10,000. If you default, I get the machinery as well as the claim. Take it or leave it.
I will see you in a week.
You have to work it out, Fizz.
But the gold is there.
How did it go?
We have to take $45,000 out of this claim in 7 days.
Don't get your hopes up.
We need to run 24 hours a day and go faster. Can we make it?
We can make it.
Can we go faster?
Yes.
Is it dangerous?
Yeah.
Very dangerous?
I'll let you know when. It's getting dangerous.
he? He's here.
You want to check?
It's all gold.
So I see. Need 2,000 ounces of this. It's 125 pounds.
Yes, I can divide.
We haven't got 125 pounds in weight.
I weigh 105 pounds clothed. Will you accept that?
I'll accept that.
And this sack of flour weighs 20 pounds. Will you accept that?
I accept that. Well, looks like the hidden treasure mine is mine.
I'm sorry. I let you down. There's no one to blame but myself. Faust? Faust, no. Get out.
Will you look at that? A little itty-bitty New York typist turns into a real lady sourdough.
Worth her weight in gold.
From here on in, boys, it's ours. All ours.
Well, congratulations, Fizzy. Ha! I always knew you could do it. I came just as soon as I heard the news. 2 words for you, Fizzy. Black gold. An ocean of it. Right here under the snow. You see, the future is oil. There's a new gizmo called the internal combustion engine. It'll make all this obsolete.
Madison, don't.
Black liquid gold. It can be ours. Shall I throw them out?
I don't think that's necessary.
I've managed to option some oil leases, Fizzy. With your funds, we can develop them.
You'll always be a dreamer, Madison.
Fizzy, this is no dream. This one is reality. Have I told you the term fool's gold where it came from?